Hi, my name is Payne Dolander, and in my major project essay, I talked about how media affects the way we see politics and society, especially right now when everything feels so divided. Basically, I learned that media bias happens when news coverage favors certain ideas or sides, sometimes in ways that are really subtle. It's not always about fake news, sometimes it's about how the story is told and what might even be left out from the story. One of the sources I used was All Sides, How to Spot 16 Types of Media Bias. It helped me understand that bias can show up through things like word choice, tone, or which facts get highlighted or which facts just get completely erased or looked over by people. Two of the most common types of bias that stood out to me were spin and bias by omission. Spin is when reporters use emotional or loaded language that push you to feel a certain way about a story. For example, if a headline says a politician had an angry outburst instead of just saying a disagreement, that can change how many people that didn't really even watch the political debate or whatever it's talking about, they could start to think that it was way more serious than it was just because of something that someone said. And that's kind of what it is with spinning, about how you can kind of spin the public's opinion by what you say through the media. Then there's also bias by omission, which might be even more powerful. That's when the media leaves out certain facts or voices that would give you a fuller picture. Like if there's a story about, say, something that says experts agree, but never says who those experts are, or if it doesn't include anyone that disagrees, what are the people that are viewing that supposed to think? It's one of the biases. It can be very misleading to public when they don't do their diligent research. There was also a pretty cool Yale University study that showed how switching news channels can actually change people's opinions. Fox News viewers who switched to CNN for just a month ended up shifting their views on topics like COVID-19 and racial justice. That really shows how much framing matters. It's not just about information, it's about perspective and how you take that in. Overall, what I learned is that media bias isn't new, but it's become a serious problem for public trust and for democracy. Bias, especially through spin and omission, can shape how people think and even divide us more politically. That's why I think media literacy is such a big deal, and it's very important for people to do their own research on their own time and not just to base everything on what they see on media, because there are many types of biases, as we have seen throughout this project. Thank you for your time.